This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. Well, UMG warns Drake, basically saying, be careful what you wish for. You got discovery now, but now your secrets are going to be revealed now because we use botting with you. Everything Kendrick is benefiting from, you benefited from. They're missing the point, though. Drake's willing to put all that out there because he wants to prove that, hey, this guy had help. He had help, okay? Which is fine, okay? He's really bitter that this narrative of him was painted. And you know what? It is a harsh narrative. He's making a business decision, not a... He doesn't want to go down as being the realest rapper anymore. This is about business. That's it, guys. Because you know what? Take Kendrick out of the mix, right? Completely. This is just about UMG playing a nasty game because they didn't want to give Drake what he knew he was worth at the time, right? This beef was perfect for UMG, okay? This should have just been Drake and UMG, and Drake goes on to be Drake, and Kendrick goes on to be Kendrick, because to me, they're totally different artists. They mashed up, but it doesn't take away from anyone's career because they're so different. It's not like Ja Rule and 50 where they're both kind of similar artists and only one can be victorious, right? Kendrick offers something totally different than Drake offers. They both offer, they're both needed, right? But UMG's basically warning Drake, like, are you sure you want this? You sure you want us to open the books and show all the emails and everything you benefit from? And show us that, you know, what we did for you? And he's saying, yes, do it. So we'll have to see. But, you know, Kanye, obviously, you know, we've already seen, you know, he's loving this because he's been screaming this kind of stuff for years. He says, I benefited from this with the 50 Cent. When I went toe-to-toe with 50 Cent, they did the same thing for me. They extra scans, everything. They made sure Kanye won because that was the artist they wanted to continue with at the time. The industry, period. Then we got Lil Wayne. Okay, Lil Wayne knows everything about the new Tony Hawk video game coming out. We're not talking about skating. We're just talking about the video game. But yet, Lil Wayne knows nothing about Not Like Us. He didn't even know that Jay-Z and Kanye did a Watch the Throne album. This kind of thing, I like Lil Wayne. He's one of the, he's a legend. He's one of the most influential artists in the past 25 years, but I'm getting tired of the, well, I'm in Wayne's world, man. I don't know what's going on, you know? I do believe he should have got the Super Bowl. No shade to Kendrick, you know? But I do believe that was his moment. But Kendrick had a better year, you know? And Jay-Z's going to make a business decision, just like Drake's making his best business decision. It's not being the realist. It's about what's best at the moment. Well, Post Malone is a true rock star. He's fiance that he has a child with. There is now his ex-fiance. They broke up around fall, you know, October, somewhere in there. And now they're fighting for custody. She's saying ex-fiance wants full physical custody of their daughter and is asking a judge to grant Post Malone visitation rights only. And, you know, drags on to all the details. But, you know, that must be painful for him. I'm sure. But I can kind of see why she's doing that. Like, I think it should be temporary until he slows his career down because he's always on the road, you know? So it's hard for him to get custody. Yeah, you got to be careful, you know, because now he has a kid and he can only see his kid sometimes, you know. You got to know it's one you're going to be with forever, you know. And it's hard. It's hard to always know that. Fulio Jackboy pulled up at Hilltop Apartments and shot the Voodoo remix to keep Fulio's, you know, name alive. Soulja Boy's taking somebody's flow. He changed his flow up. But Soulja Boy is very good at this. He gets on the internet and he sees what's the next trend is, and he jumps on it early. Remember when he was trying to sound like a Detroit guy? This club promoter can't stop. Now he's explaining more about this issue with Boosie and paying Boosie's daughter, which I believe she was wrong too, but, you know, let's listen.
When we had this disagreement about finances, this is what it was. When you work on Wix, Wix has a payment selection where you can pay out weekly, daily, or whatever it may be. But whenever it does that, it still pays your money separate. It splits it up, pays it 3 days apart. So I do mine weekly to where by the time it comes, it's going to come in a collective group, basically. So long story short, I have all the money lined up, basically. It's not about the money at this point. This is about ego at one certain time. And I'm going to tell you how this went. I have all the money lined up, you see what I'm saying? I just invested in it based on the fact that we only got 10 artists and we wanted 20 10 was the threshold. You do 250 times 10, that's 2,500. She wanted 4,000. She wanted 1,000 for the Twitch stream, and she wanted 500, you know what I'm saying, to go do a walkthrough, do a Midwest tour. The only thing that fell through was Midwest tour. It's the longest story ever, but I want y'all to hear how it goes. I'm not telling y'all nothing that's, you know what I'm saying? But I come to the conclusion basically that we're going to go ahead and get the money, you know what I'm saying, blah, 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 do it anyways. We done. She here at this point. She get off the plane, everything's smooth, you feel what I'm saying? She tell me she want to go get food. She want to go to the hotel. We go to the hotel. Mind you, like I said, the Wix thing just cashed out in the morning time, so if you get off the plane at 10, I couldn't go to the bank yet, you know what I'm saying? So I had to tell her right then, I have this much on me, 600, and then we're going to go to the bank. By the time that we do our promos, by the time we get in mode to make all this money, I'm about to cash you all the way out. This is the move. So I go, get my hair, or we drop her off to the hotel, everything's smooth. She tell me, and this is more transparent because I don't sell weed, she want to get some, you know what I'm saying, something to get her right. Boom.
All right, so the beginning was left out before, but I'm going to tell you something. He's talking too much, man. Talk about Wix. What's he talking about? The website? Wix? What is he talking about? Wix. Or is he talking about WIC? Is it the government, the WIC program? Is he talking about WIC? Wait a minute. WIC weekly pay. How much does a WIC make in Georgia? The average annual pay for a WIC jobs at grocery. Oh, he's talking about the grocery store? I don't know what he's talking about. Anyways. WIC. What is WIC? WIC salary in Georgia. Anyways, it's a break. What is this? How much does a WIC make? April. What is a WIC? A WIC is a job. 10 cities, Georgia, Tipping, DeKalb County. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Well, you can get weekly pay, $1,000. So it's something. I don't know. Anyways, he's a WIC. Then we got Vitaly, the YouTuber, now kick streamer. He's facing 24 years in the Philippines. Bricc Baby is outed as maybe a possible informant, snitch. Now J Hood of California, right? He's from Cali, right? He speaks out.
Luce said Luce Cannon was lying about a squabble, lying about some activities that took place. And I don't know why y'all are surprised.
Okay, first he talks about Luce Cannon, a.k.a. Loose Lips. And, yeah, Luce Cannon's a liar, bro.
Luce Cannon is a bitch. All right? Luce Cannon is gonna tell. He's gonna tell. He's gonna tell. He's gonna tell. And, kids, It's over. All this stuff is over. Ain't no more love, ain't no more loyalty. Ain't no more love, ain't no more loyalty, ain't no more nothing. Now people is doing it for recreation.
It's true. He's right about that. I'll play more of him later when we do a full breakdown of some stuff. But there's a lot of people, man, that are doing dumb stuff right now. We got to break this down a little more. I gathered a lot of it today. Then he talks about Bricc Baby possibly being a...
Basically saying is, the police a couple of years ago told us that Bricc Baby was working against the police as a Fed, though. But then again, you never take the police word for anything, so I didn't believe it. Nobody believed it. But now it's starting to look like, oh man, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hope not, dog. Bricc, man, come on, please, Bricc, don't do it. Please, you're gonna break my heart, man. You supposed to be a role model, supposed to be doing positive things. It's like all the black role models end up in prison, and you wonder why.
I wouldn't call him a role model, but he was doing something. Listen, they said it best. Someone was grilling Bricc Baby for all the charges he caught in Georgia, and never did a day in jail. Bricc Baby been all the way off. All he did was extend his life with all these. He found a lane. When Eric Holder got caught up, he started offering to do interviews and made a name for himself. He wasn't really anybody. He was just somebody that rounded the hood. But there's a million people around. Okay? And then they could make up a story. That you could have been the grocery store runner for somebody, you know. You could have been the grocery store runner doing the crew, you know. Go get me a sandwich, man. Now, but you when you get on these podcasts and these mics, you be, yo, I was a stone cold killer. Got bodies. It is what it is. This guy, 600.
All you little busters want to say I'm snitching. Hey, let me tell you something. I don't do no telling. Never did, never.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, enough there. This guy, all he did was tell. He says, I offer what was in the public. Whack 100 already told everybody. He would say it on Clubhouse, and then you would say it. So you prevented him from being a snitch. It doesn't work like that. Like, I'm sorry. These guys are clowns, bro. These guys are clowns, bro. Like, bro, it doesn't even mean anything to say you're from a gang now. It's clown activity. Clown activity. It doesn't stand for nothing. I'm real, man. Realize everyone ain't loyal. That's what real stands for. Smash that like button. Peace.